Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals One Piece War. today, Sudo One Piece VIZ. Yeah, we getting fancy today. Alright, VIZ chapter review. Now, if you've not seen the live reaction, as always, there will be an annotation right here, as well as a link in the box below. Now, this chapter, three major things. Number one, it is who Momonosuke really is. Number two, finally enter Raizo of the Mist, who apparently is the son of Aku. I am telling, dude, bro, alright, look at the live reaction. I'm telling you, he looks like Aku straight up. Not just the hair, but also the nose, the lips, everything. I'm like, bro, whoa, Aku long ago. Aye, Aku, he's fucking Aku. It's Aku. It's Aku. That is either his son or his twin brother, okay? That is one hell of a jump. You go from Samurai Jack to One Piece. And note how this is Samurai Jack. So it starts off in like pretty much a Japanese setting, hence Samurai Jack. And note how Raizo himself is a ninja. Again, Japanese setting. I'm telling you, man. But that's number two. I can't do it two. Here we go. That's number two. Right? Struggling. And number three is the red poneglyph, which was, I think, a very awesome treat. I, at least, stated that there's probably a poneglyph somewhere on ZOU. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have also believed the same thing. But a red poneglyph, I'm like, whoa, okay, special over here. Don't be surprised if in the poneglyph you see a gold D. I'm just saying, all right? If you see a gold D, Roger, don't be surprised. Because the man is nasty like that. He's slick like that. And there may be a hint in the chapter, but this is where things get a little bit weird. So bear with me, because we're going to go into the translation comparison between VIZ and manga stream, but it's also going to cover some characterization. The manga stream and the VIZ translations are relatively the same. I mean, granted, I will say this. To me, I think it's fairly obvious. It is, I think, very easy to understand and comprehend what is going on in the chapter when you're reading the VIZ translation. I mean, it's the official translation. And there are some things I think were even made more apparent because it was easier to understand the VIZ translation. So, let's start here. Well, first of all, when it comes to Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, their names are translated in the English version. So when it comes to Inuarashi, he is Dog Storm. When it comes to Nekomamushi, he is Cat Viper. And that's what they are referred to as in the entirety of the chapter. Dog Storm, Cat Viper. I was not used to that at all. I'm like, fucking, like, what, Cat Viper? What? I mean, like, I understood who that was, but it kind of threw me off. Now, in the dialogue, let's start, and this is going to also tie into characterization as well. Now, Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, when they are fighting each other, Momonosuke, he yells at them. And he says, and I quote, "Cat Viper, Dog Storm, stop this fighting. You were such close friends before. Why would you fight to the death like that? Well, I forbid you to fight again. Especially if what happened to Father is the cause. If Father saw you acting like this, he would be very sad." So, what's important there is this. Apparently there's a before when his father, the current leader of the Kozuki clan, a daimyo of the shogun of Wano Kuni, they're vassals of the shogun. When is this before? Because Momonosuke is 8 years old. And from the way everything seemed, it seemed as if like Nekomamushi and Inuarashi have been running ZOU for a while. So I'm thinking, wait, hold on. So if this before took place like 5 years ago, he's 3. 4 years ago, he's 4. 3 years ago, he's 5. So at most, I think 3 years ago, because I don't see how he can be aware of the relationship that Cat Viper and Dogstorm had for each other. I need to get used to that. God damn it. So I'm not too sure if a 4-year-old can comprehend the relationship between Cat Viper and Dogstorm, but a 5-year-old could maybe comprehend it. And that's what I think, honestly. A 3-year-old, I'm saying no. I'm saying no. I mean, maybe he remembers like vague bits and pieces, something like that. Maybe. Not too sure. But the timeline, I'm starting to think, is actually much, much shorter than initially perceived by me. But because he's 8 years old, Momonosuke, and he said that they were good friends before, he had to be like 5 or 4. Therefore, this whole thing started 4 or 3 years ago. Like, it had to be. It had to be. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to point out is something that I did not comprehend at all in the manga stream version. But on VIZ, I got it loud and clear. I was like, whoa, really? Like, it makes sense when you read it again on manga stream, but VIZ, I think it's more apparent. So when they're going up the whale tree, and they're going to go to that secret passageway, and you have Momonosuke, he's on Kinemon's back. He says this: the closer we get to the whale, the more I can hear this loud voice. And then Kinemon responds, he really is like His Highness. When it came to that scene, or when it came to that panel, I'm thinking like, so he can hear something, not a big deal. But when you read VIZ, it says, and I quote, the closer to the whale, the louder the voice, quote unquote, voice I hear. Then Kinemon says, your disposition is similar to Lord Odin's. Now that's more apparent in my personal opinion. Then I was like, the closer to the whale, the louder the quote-unquote voice I hear. Your disposition is similar to Lord Odin's. So, that's some Haki shit. Specifically, that is observation Haki, which apparently Lord Odin has the very similar affinity for. So, along the same lines as Sanji. However, there's something additional to this point, where you have Inuarashi and Nekomamushi mention him, quote unquote, this him. Now on manga stream, the text is, and I quote, there was another who said much the same. Indeed, I too remember him. And on VIZ, it's, there was another who said much the same thing. Yeah, that reminded me of him too. So here's the thing. Who is that another? You see, when he can hear a voice as he gets closer to the tree, I'm thinking, hold on. Hearing voices, a disposition, Goldie. I mean, like, but see, that's the thing, though. It's like when they say there was another man who said much the same thing, but based on the previous established timeline, this whole thing with Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, their feud began like 3-4 years ago. When they're mentioning a man who said much the same thing, who could hear, I mean, well, unless they had someone in prison in the same spot before in the past, like a while ago during Roger's time, and Roger for some odd reason went to that same spot. Oh no, because there's a poneglyph there. So Roger, oh fuck, dude. So this must be before these guys were fighting. So let's assume that Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, they were still top individuals on ZOU. And let's say Goldie Roger way back when, he could hear the poneglyph. And when these two guided Goldie Roger, he made note of that. The closer I get to the whale, the louder I hear this voice. Oh man, I'm telling you. Don't be fucking surprised if there's a goddamn Goldie on the poneglyph. Don't be fucking surprised. The dude loves to put his signature on poneglyphs. He's nasty like that. Nasty. So that's really it when it comes to the translation stuff. Now, again, not a major difference, but I gotta say, things I think were made very apparent. They were better stated, they were more clear on the VIZ translation than they were manga stream. Again, that's my personal opinion. Now, when it comes to the pacing, overall it was okay. Mainly you have the beginning Claw City. You have a very short journey when it comes to the whale forest. And then you go into the whale itself, and then you have Raizo. For a few pages, and that's it. That's really it. Pacing overall, okay, not bad. Now, when it comes to characterization, Momonosuke and Raizo, and I guess by default also you could say anybody that is associated with them. So you see how even Dogstorm and Cat Viper, they were to put aside their differences because of the young lord, and we find out that he, in fact, the young lord Momonosuke, he is the heir of the Kozuki clan, and all these guys, including, and we did not see their keennesses, their Kignai, whatever, we did not see them, but how would that actually, Keennesses, Kignai, whatever, man. We did not see their tattoos. At least I didn't see them. I mean, I have bad eyes, so I'm nearsighted, all right? I'm shit. Maybe I missed it somewhere. But basically, according to Nami, they have the marking of the Kozuki clan. And also there is Kinemon, who is revealed not to be Momonosuke's actual father, but a vassal. The whole thing was played out as a plan. It was a scheme. It was a ruse. So that's characterization for that segment. And that all mainly revolves around Momonosuke. Then you have the long-awaited character introduction of Raizo of the Mist. Nin Nin, Ichi Ni, Tori San, blah blah blah. He's doing earth style, water style, lightning style, fire style, all styles of jutsu, shadow clone, shuriken, and he has a scroll in his mouth, and he's fucking Raizo, right. Aku, long ago in the distant land, oh Aku, and I'm like, oh, and I'm hyped for the new season. Nigga hype, yeah. The return, nigga, Samurai Jack. So that all there is characterization. And finally, story progression. I think it is more so, because now you have all the vassals there. You have Raizo, you have Kinemon, you have Kanjiro, you have Nekomamushi, you have Inuarashi. All of the major vassals of the Kozuki clan are there. You find out that Momonosuke, he is in fact the heir of the Kozuki clan. Kinemon is not his actual father, and very important shit right there. And then you have, again, the introduction of Raizo himself and a red poneglyph. Arguably, the most important thing to the overall story, because the poneglyphs are very important for one of the major characters, Robin, and a red poneglyph may have some specific ties to the Rio poneglyph. Right? What does Rio mean in English? I don't know. I forget. Oh, shit. No. My Spanish is not that good. No hablo español. ¿Por qué? Alright. So, whatever. Fuck it. Alright, fuck it. So, you get my point. It's very important to Robin. Now, and actually probably to Luffy as well, because my guess is that the Rio poneglyph has direct ties to the One Piece itself. That's my guess, but hey, who knows? So, that being said, I am done. The chaptering overall is going to be a good plus chapter of One Piece, and I will see you guys and gals later. By the way, one last thing I forgot to mention. We do get to see Jack for just a wee little bit, right? And Jack is reading a newspaper. And he's asking his men, do I look dead to you? So he's reading about his supposed death at the hands of Fujitora and Sengoku and company. It was literally like one page. So it's not gonna honestly affect the overall pacing, nor is any characterization, because we already knew. We could make the deduction that Jack was alive based on what Wanda told us. That, I think, was a very clear and obvious deduction that Jack is still alive. He will not die that easily. So even though this is the first time we're seeing Jack in real time, it's not like a major thing, because again, Wanda's words indicate that Jack is 99.9% alive. And Jack, lo and behold, men, Do I look dead? No, Master Jack, you look very much alive. Alright, and that's it. So now I'm done. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe. Share the video too. Peace. Have a nice goddamned day. Woohoo! Woohoo!